Hey everyone, I am back. It is time for some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 commentary. Man, it has been a really long time since the last time I've been on here, playing some Black Ops, Call of Duty in general. The last few months I've been so preoccupied with some Borderlands 2 and playing Halo 4, and I was kind of a little bit into a dilemma because Black Ops and Halo 4 came out at the same time, and so I was sitting here trying to wonder which one I was going to buy first. I didn't want to really buy both and all that. I kind of wanted to work on one and then go back and work on the other. And so I finally decided, for the first, since Halo doesn't come out all that often, that I was going to go ahead and take the Halo 4 route. And that's what I did. A lot of very interesting changes in Halo 4. You can kind of tell that they went through and tried to do what they basically took Call of Duty and they looked at what was very popular about Call of Duty and kind of stole some ideas from there. You see the loadouts and the perks and kind of the little drops that you can get mid-match, and it's pretty obvious that you've seen Halo try to be a little bit more accessible to people that might not be as hardcore into the competitive multiplayer scene. So people can kind of just jump into Halo 4 now and have a little bit of fun, even if they're not out there trying to be super serious. But anyway, so decided to pick up Black Ops 2 a couple of days ago. Not really all that long ago, more like 2 days ago. And I decided to just jump right into the multiplayer because that's really what I'm interested in. And I pretty got some pretty good results. I mean, the first few matches, because Call of Duty's a little different, than playing Halo and playing Borderlands or whatever you want to call it, and so I had to get my itchy finger back, on Call of Duty. But this match, so I mean, well, the matches in general have been, you could tell, had some rust, and so I didn't really want to start doing video capture on anything or making videos or anything special about any matches until I kind of felt comfortable with my games. And this was the match where I sat there and I, for the first time, felt like, all right, I'm back. It's back to that form. Like, I played a lot of the first Black Ops, had a pretty ridiculous record and a really ridiculous winning streak. Me and my homies, we pretty much didn't play the game unless we were all together playing it. And we had some pretty good results that made a lot of people mad. So I mean, it's always fun when you're winning a lot. But these days I don't even know if they even aren't over here playing that much Call of Duty. So I decided to take matters going into my own hands, and we're out now. We're out here. I'm doing the little solo, well, not solo, still team deathmatch, but I'm not playing with anybody that I know in particular. And this game was actually kind of a pretty good little run. I'm actually surprised by how this match actually turned out because my team, for the most part, they actually kind of sucked. I was surprised that it was close, but I was surprised that it wasn't. Um, and even I came out to a really slow start. As you know, when you're playing Call of Duty, your levels are really low, and you really can't get all the good gear and everything till you unlock everything. And sometimes that stuff takes a really long time. And so I basically am kind of in that mode now where I'm just basically using the presets. I was earlier in the match kind of messing around with using. I don't even know what the name of the damn gun is, to be honest with you. But I was trying to use one of the unlocked guns. I had a little assault rifle, had the little burst fire on it, and I really couldn't stand it, and it wasn't really doing me any good. And so I decided to use one of the presets, since it had that tactical mask and the flat jacket that's built into it. So those things were pretty useful. It really fits my playing style. I like to kind of play the more aggressive play style. Maybe not per se aggressive, but I do kind of like the run. I kind of pick a certain section of the map that I really know really well. I mean, as you can see, I really didn't branch off too far away. In this first quarter of the match, I was kind of just filling it out. Um, I noticed that a lot of people on this map are starting to people find these little, like, a lot of these little crates and stuff, and they're starting to just put the little electric charge things, whatever you want to call them, proximity things that stun you when you run by them. They'll stick those things out there and kind of give it a chance to stun you while, give them a chance to kind of turn around and recover. And this area that I'm back here seems to be the spot that a lot of people try to get up that ramp and block off because, I mean, that ramp is pretty easy to protect, and if you have 2 or 3 people up there, you can pretty much hold it down if you're if you guys are pretty good. And I just noticed that this team kept aggressively going to this spot. And so since I seen it, I said, you know what? I'm just going to hang out over here for a little bit, and I'm going to just let them know. And it's not, I don't like to call it camping, because if I was camping, I really would just be sitting in a spot, really not trying to move around. But I basically just used the spawns, watching where my teammates spawn to kind of keep me aware of where enemies aren't going to come, because generally speaking, Call of Duty's not going to spawn you exactly where an enemy is. But I mean, you've seen some really retarded stuff. Oh, here's this dude right here. Let's see. He got me. He thinks he's got me. He's trying. Let's see what he's gonna do. What he gonna do? Throw that proximity. I don't even know why I did that, but he's got the bullets. Ugh. I tell him, get better. Oh, dang. Oh, well. But, but people over here, have been doing some pretty crazy stuff, though, on here. And it's one of the key things to any multiplayer game, I feel like, step number one is just learning the map layout. A lot of people, always ask me, what do I do to be better at these multiplayer games? And I tell people, well, just go out there and just learn the map. Like, you don't even have to really even be in a multiplayer match to even learn the map. I mean, Call of Duty, Halo, most of these games give you some sort of kind of scrimmage mode against bots, or allow you to do like Forge mode, where you can kind of just sit around and you can get a chance to just kind of just play the game and fill out the map. But always know the maps. But the other part about learning the maps that you're not going to really get when you're playing by yourself or playing against bots is the hot spots. And these are the places that, depending on what type of player, if you're a very aggressive player. Hold up a second. I don't know what this dude is over here trying to do. See, I had a little bit of a struggle right here. They were sitting here trying to get these stupid shields and trying to go off and stuff like that. So we're over having a one-on-one battle, and his little boyfriend comes along and does something to me. But anyway, you have to really get a feel of the hot spots. And if you're a really aggressive player, the aggressive players will go to where the firefights are going, just so that they can have an opportunity to go and get their kills and do what they do, and just generally just go out there over aggressive, shoot. They're probably going to die after a couple of kills or anything, stuff like that. But then you got the passive players, kind of more like myself. Like, I wouldn't go out there and say that I'm just a person who wants to go run and gun, and I just want to jump into every major gun battle out there, because I usually pick my spots, especially when I'm playing by myself. And when you're kind of a little bit more of the passive-aggressive, passive type of player, you try to avoid the hot spots. You try to find a way to work around them and get there. See, once again, I got that dude going up there, and then this is kind of that middle. You never want to stay in the middle in these kind of games, because if you're in any sort of elevation, you're just an easy target. I rarely do this. I get out the way, but I got me a nice little triple kill right there. Now it's pretty simple. But right here was the part where I had to, unleash my inner LeBron, my inner Kobe right here, because the game was really close. My teammates kept dying, and this was I really felt like we were not going to win right here. But once again, knowing these little hot spots, they just had a tendency to want to come and curve around this little corner, and they kind of got a little bit of a jump on me. We're down by 3, and we're trying. But I knew that dude was going to hit that corner. I got that first one with that buzz kill. He probably had some really good perk going on. Then he probably had another teammate getting ready. So I turned around, hit the corner, and I really don't see this guy. And I was like, oh, crap. But, got that. Had another little teammate. Should have died right here. And this is where I was sitting here doing the loud screaming like, ah. But, I sit here with my little hunter killer to get the dude that was sitting here running around with the thing, and just got a nice little lucky last kill right there. I'm pretty sure he was mad when he saw the final kill cam and everything like that. But that was one of those moments where I had to go out there and take the last shots and guide my team to the finals, get to that championship. But this was the first match where I felt particularly good about how it all turned out and hit my inner Kobe. And from here on, I felt really confident, and I had a couple of string of matches where things been going out. So we can kind of get a little look here and we'll get the controllers right and see how I finish. There you go, 17-5, 3.4 ratio. I don't think that's too bad. But there will be more videos like this coming soon. So until then, everybody take care and keep fragging.